There's a pandemic still going on. There is a thing that's called the coronavirus slash COVID-19. It's still out there. We actually don't have a vaccine yet here in America. And another thing, it seems that people are biased when it comes to sports. Now, the NBA on one hand has been labeled to have thugs. They even went as far as to say as the NBA has gang members. Per se, like DeMar DeRozan throwing up Crip signs, or James Harden doing a step back and throwing up the Pyru blood symbols. And a lot of people say that they are so into being socially conscious or into politics that they should shut up and dribble. But also, we have some very intelligent brothers playing, and some of the things they say are actually facts, just like the link where this article will be in the description. Now, according to Clutch Sports, LeBron James reacts to Notre Dame fans storming the field after the win versus Clemson. So here you can see, we are still in a pandemic, and the coronavirus is spiking. This is the third wave, and it's probably at the highest peak that it has been in the US of A. And let's hope brand new President-elect Joe Biden jumps on this ASAP. Everybody stormed the film after a double OT final victory in the state of Indiana, and Notre Dame came back to beat Clemson. And let's talk about it. Number 4, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, needed 2 extra points to overcome number 1 ranked Clemson with a 47-40 win. Fans and players got too excited and they stormed the field. Sports News tweeted out the Irish win it in a wild 2-time OT, double overtime. The celebration is not very distant. Pay close attention, people. All of these people are just literally piled up, and we're talking about a couple thousand people in attendance here. So can you say coronavirus just went up? Yeah. Now, well, the number of people infected just went up after that game for sure. LeBron James tweeted out, "So it's okay for fans to storm the field, but not okay at the same time to have fans. I'm confused." So LeBron basically is saying that they can have fans in attendance at football games, NFL, NCAA, while the NBA has to sit back with virtual fans, remain at a social distance, which he says is unfair. So James and the rest of the Lakers squad recently came off a successful championship run in the Orlando bubble where the 2020 playoffs were held, and the bubble setup turned out to be a success as no individual ever tested positive for COVID-19 throughout the team's 3-month stay. So they say. On the field, Notre Dame broke Clemson's 39-game regular season win streak dating back to 2017. It was also their first victory over number 1 ranked team for the first time in 27 years. Yeah. Now, this is a big deal, and I know it's a big deal for the Fighting Irish to come back. The Tigers wide receiver Cornell Powell led the aerial attack for his team with 161 yards, 6 receptions, and a touchdown, but it wasn't enough to beat the Irish, and it was a great game. The win preserved the Fighting Irish unblemished 7-0 record, while the loss tainted the Tigers' tally and dropped back to 7-1 to nab the 2nd seed in the ACC conference. Now, that's a big deal for both teams. It was a great game, like I said, but this right here ain't it. And I agree with LeBron. How they could have fans and the NBA don't have fans. Just saying. You can't just point to one sport and say we're going to do this and point to another and say we're going to do that. What do you guys think? Is this fair to the NBA that, like, the NFL and the NCAA football could have fans in attendance? Should the NBA finally have fans in attendance due to the pandemic and COVID-19? Like this video, leave your comments, share this on YouTube, Twitter, social network, everywhere, and subscribe.